But the weather turns. Strong winds whip up waves up to 3 meters high. The yacht could capsize at any moment. The Sea of Okhotsk is the coldest sea in the Far East. If someone falls overboard, they could well die of exposure. With 100 kilometers to cross until the Shantar Islands, there's not a single bay to hide from the storm. As luck would have it, the Nike has not yet moved far away from their previous stop on the itinerary, Chkalov Island. The seafarers spend several days in the tiny fishing village on a small spit of land.
We have been waiting for the storm to subside for almost 3 days. The 30 meters a second wind almost knocks you off your feet. Fishermen have given us shelter. Although the yacht is banging into nearby vessels, the situation is better than being on the high seas right now.
The fierce storm is a remnant of a powerful typhoon that originated in China thousands of kilometers away. Even if the weather gets better, it will take the high seas several days to calm down completely.
This is the second day we've been sitting around waiting for the sun to shine. The plumbing's broken down. Today was our first catch of bullhead fish. Food is running out. Yep, this is exactly the romantic journey we were after when we set out.
Five days later, and the weather improves. The seafarers decide to resume their journey.
Set us on course, Captain.
There's still more than 200 kilometers to the Shantar Islands. The captain has charted a course far from the coast. Any closer would risk the yacht running aground. The crew keeps on track with the help of a GPS navigator and a mariner's compass.
It isn't so bad now. The waves are just 1 meter high. It's time to head for the Shantar Islands. We have resolved to move on because of stable atmospheric pressure in the last 24 hours. We are thankful to this shore for the shelter it has given us. Now we are on open sea.
A curious pod of killer whales is attracted to the small boat. This part of the Sea of Okhotsk is rich with salmon. In the summer, they spawn in the rivers of the Shantar Islands, providing plenty of food for the killer whales.
Wow, it's the size of our boat.
It's underneath. Oh look, it's coming up now.
Killer whales are large carnivores belonging to the dolphin family. They hunt in groups that have an intricate social structure. When chasing sizable prey, they can swim as fast as 55 kilometers an hour. They're not afraid of people, although they rarely attack them.
There it goes, there it goes.
It's a male. Superb.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mali Shantar Island greets sailors with its rocky shores. The Shantar Islands were discovered by Russian explorers in the middle of the 17th century. In the language of the indigenous Nivkh people, Shantar means island. The participants in the expedition decide to cut the route short to get to their destination as soon as possible. They head towards the Opasny Strait. During high tide, the water around the Shantar Islands rises by several meters. Low tide rushes a gigantic mass of water back to the Sea of Okhotsk. The currents in the straits between the islands are stronger than anywhere in the world. The slow-moving yacht runs the risk of being thrown back to shore, because of the powerful currents underneath. The counterflows create a swirling vortex. As a result, the boat looks as though it's sitting on boiling water.
There are massive currents here. Storms give rise to big, chaotic waves, making it difficult for small vessels to sail through. Sailing here is dangerous. Aside from that, there are rocks in the middle of this strait. If you ignore them, you're in for a good deal of trouble.
Centuries ago, the Shantar Islands were part of the mainland, but later the advancing seas separated them from it. The archipelago occupies an area some 2,500 square kilometers, roughly the same size as Luxembourg. Anyone wishing to see the many natural wonders will take several months to see them all.